All right, and we are live. So, hello everyone. A warm welcome to each and everyone. Welcome to Let Us Talk It. And if ever you are joining on YouTube or you're joining into Zoom, um, welcome. And it's much better if you join in Zoom, definitely. And we are live. So, hello everyone. Okay. A little feedback. Sorry for that. But yes, let us talk it today. We will bring you a returning guest speaker and a new guest speaker, definitely, who will be sharing their powerful insights and great experience from their passion and from their professional work. So we bring Let Us Talk It to you as a form of free knowledge sharing platform, and we call it Zipinar, not webinar, as we try to zip in two different topics in one session. So that is to lessen the time consumed, but maximizes the information you gain in just a short period of time. A lot of people are busy in their current work right now, or um, currently it's late in their time. It's because of the time differences. But this webinar is free to wherever you are in the world as long as you have time to join in. And we welcome you definitely. And we do this every Wednesday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern time. So, and also, if in case you miss today's session, you can watch the recorded session on the Let Us Socket YouTube channel. All right. So, my name is Phil, and I'll be hosting the Let Us Talk at Zipinar today, brought to you by Cogent Integrated Business Solutions. So they're an IT company based in Detroit, Michigan. You can visit them www.cogentibs.com. And they just initiated this Let Us Talk It Zipinar as a form of giving back to the community through free knowledge sharing. All right. And as mentioned, we bring you two topics for today. And for the first topic is the competencies of the sales team, importance of behavioral, functional, and technical competencies. So this will be a breakdown of behavioral, functional, and technical competencies essential for personal and professional growth. And this session covers adaptability, emotional intelligence, project management, customer focus, data analysis, and more to empower individuals and teams to excel in dynamic work environments. And for the first topic, it will be delivered by the founder and chief service officer of the Human Circle with over 20 years of experience in sales training and is a dynamic expert known for developing high performing sales team across the FMCG and food and beverage sectors in South Asia, having trained over 56,000 individuals at renowned companies like uh, L, L'Oreal, P&G, and Coca-Cola, and has designed impactful learning journeys that drive people development, process improvement, and performance enhancement. As a seasoned recruiter and academic mentor, our speaker today would bring valuable insights from the executive suite to classroom, empowering professionals at all levels to excel in sales and leadership. And here we present to you Sir Arvin Sukhija, and he is a returning speaker from Let Us Talk It past webinars. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Phil, and namaskar to everyone across the globe. And I'm Arvind Sukija from the Human Circle. We started this adventure in 2021 on 22nd August, when after I moved on from L'Oreal as head of training. This is my second adventure. The first one was the human square. So that time things were in square. Now things are in circle. So there is a huge paradigm shift from square to circle. That time life was more on crossroads. I was pretty young. Now, some wisdom has creeped in, and the gray hairs are also there. So then, this the calling came, which made me think about the organization I want to form, which is at the moment a firm. So I thought of creating a circle because we are the only planet where humans are fine. Humans and animals are fine. So hence the human circle name was coined. Thank you so much, Phil, for this opportunity. I think this is my third appearance with you. Phil, are you there?
Yes, definitely. It is. Thank you so much for joining in again and continually uh, wanting to share your passion to knowledge, sir.
Yeah, I think very beautifully said by you. So sharing is caring actually. I remember when I was part of P&G, Procter& and Gamble Godrej that time in 95, we had a program in Mumbai in the Naval Academy Center. And the motto of the program was give to win. So I think your Cogent IBS is doing that. So give to win. So everything which we bring to ourselves actually is not for
Uh,
ourselves, it is for
sir,
others.
excuse me. I'd like to stop you for a moment. Your camera is a little upward, like it's not showing your face.
Is it now there?
Yes, yes, sir. That's beautiful. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So the motto was give to win. And over a period of time, I realized we all are working in a circle where we are just passing on the blessings, the gifts of the nature to everyone and moving on. And every day we are doing that, knowingly or unknowingly. So let's come back to the topic of the day, the sales team competencies. So I just want to ask you, what was your first job? This is
Uh,
my icebreaker. Is it
yes. I did construction work first job. How about the others? Feel free to
okay?
chat.
So you can be in the, what was your first job? Put it in the chat box. So if people are able to, project manager, test chat, customer care executive, hotel industry, uh, professional, construction labor, okay? So my next question is customer service, wonderful. So my next question is, for my own self. My first job was to sell kursi. Kursi in India is a very important term, and people like Anish and Chubra and Rajiv would, have a. It's a kind of a slang we use for, uh, for people who are power thirsty. So we talk that. I finished my computer course from Calc Hiltron at Mahanagar, Lucknow, and that was my center for learning computers that time. Though I was learning computers, but I was not really interested in learning too much about it because somewhere or the other I could not gel with the information which was there. And but if I look at my center head and the owner of this computer center, he used to keenly observe me and he used to find me, my skills in terms of talking to people, reaching out, making friends, etc. So he offered me after the course was over a job of a sales executive. And he had taken an agency or a franchisee of modern furniture, which is a big brand, which was a big brand. I'm not sure of it now. And those were the chairs for the people who are in the office. So if I look at the things now, I was just given a price list and a catalog, and I was told that Lucknow tumhara hai. Matlab, Lucknow is all yours. Go anywhere, just sell kursis, just sell chairs. So I started working on meeting people, made a list of the areas, For example, Nagar was one of the area which was having a lot of offices. Ashok Marg was one of the major, cluster of offices. Similarly, Nehru Bhavan, KP Bhavan, and all that. So I used to go there and talk to people and come back blank in the after the evening. I was not heading through. So after 4 or 5 days of market, I sat down and felt like, I was feeling very different, depleted, incomplete, and lacking. Did you face something like this, or did you feel anything which was similar to this? Please write in the chat box. Because you were surrounded by new people, new markets, new clients, new responsibilities, new uh, you know uh, conditions. So we were all thwarted by various things. So if you have any answer to this, you can write. What were your feelings? I would love to see your answers after the when you started. First 6 7 days of your job. What was your so okay? Phil is saying he was very curious. Anybody else? Shubhra, Dheeraj, Rachna, Anish. Okay. So I felt different because I felt there was lack of knowledge, skills were to be homed up, abilities were to be discovered, and there was no review. So what I felt was because after joining my first proper organization after my summer jobs was PNG, Procter& and Gamble Godrej that time, and I felt the difference. I felt the difference that I was not given the right knowledge. I was not told about the skills I have. I was not being told about my abilities to sell, and there was no uh, planning and there was no review. So that is where I felt that the proper mix of KSA, knowledge, skill, and abilities actually would help me make a better job. So that's where I felt very differently. And then I spoke to my I spoke to my manager that time, and then realized he was actually a computer expert, not a seller. So if he was to employ me and keep me going, he should have told me about the products, the pricing, the strategy, the competition. So all that has to come in. So there is a model called CPAC. So which was not told to me at the time, which talks about having a convinced mindset. When we have a convinced mindset, we are able to sell better and faster and with authority. So that CPAC is the short for the abbreviation. C stands for the company. I should know the company in and out. I should know about who is who and where does he belong to, in what departments they are. Second is the product. I should be aware of all the products which are there in the pamphlet or the catalog, and then what are those products attribute to? What is the advantage of those products? That is very essential. So that was lacking. And then what is the competition in the market? If I don't go by this, I am actually lost, and that is what I was feeling. So that was my journey, and fortunately I didn't work much with them, and I moved to a different organization because it was just a summer job. And but I got a very important learning. The competencies are important in life to prevail over all the hurdles you get in your job. So this lacking is called shortfall in competencies, and these competencies are very important to lead a happy and successful career. So that's where we are discussing today, and we are talking about the competencies. Would anybody like to share what do they feel by competencies? What is their definition of competencies? Would you like to write down? Anybody? What do you think about the competencies? Okay, so basically the competencies are there to support you in doing various aspects of jobs and help you rise in the organization, right? I think there is some issue with uh, messages not getting reflected. But who is responsible for your competencies? Is it you or somebody else? Okay, Ratna says we are responsible for the competencies. We definitely. Okay, wonderful. Uh, Rob says us. Wonderful. So basically, if I talk about the organizations I worked later, it was both the person, that is me, and the organization as well. Because the product knowledge, the technology knowledge has to come from the organization, and my attitude to learn, the skill to develop, my growth to happen has to come from me, so that who nobody else can actually support me, right? So that is where I think we are there. There is a chat from Shubhra which says, for making you aware for the competencies required for your reporting manager is, and to develop those competencies, both you and your reporting manager is wonderful. Right. So this is something which we are there. So basically, you are growing every day if you're working in a planned manner. And the experiences you actually hold during the day, they develop your knowledge, they develop your skills, and they develop your abilities. So hence, there would be various types of trainings and the learnings which would be there, and that helps you become more competent over a period of time. I remember being in L'Oreal for almost 10 years, and I remember my induction. So the first 15 days, they were planned with me for all the areas, important areas where I had to travel and learn about what L'Oreal is all about. So I remember going to Chandigarh. I remember going to Jaipur. I remember going to UP area and Uttarakhand as well, and then going to Calcutta for the training induction. So almost 15 days were spent on my training, and that is where I learned all the basics about the organization. I learned all the important areas of what L'Oreal is all about, and then that helped me understand what is required out of me. So that is where you become competent and you feel trained and you feel you are able to deliver. So that's where I think, we all understand the importance of induction. So now we talk about why the important part of competencies is there, which is a blend of knowledge, skill, and abilities and behaviors to create leaders. So if I talk about my L'Oreal experience, I had been very successful in achieving this, the best performing trophies for 4 continuous years. So I think I gained the knowledge of the organization. I worked on my skills and abilities and my behavior to create who I became after that. So these are basically important areas to work on and to perform effectively on the job or the role. And this is all measurable. If I talk about, when I joined L'Oreal, we as a North market, we were not doing really well. And I remember my boss talking about how to, plan and deliver the numbers in that manner. Then we thought of putting it everything into together on uh, who were the new joiners with us, we started um, talking about the behavioral competencies, functional competencies, and technical competencies. And we spoke about people to be hired in that manner so that we get the right people in the system who understand what job is required. Their selection is based on the competencies which we have finalized, and then their performance gets measured on various KPIs, which are part of the which become end part of the KRAs and the roles and responsibilities. There was a training calendar which we had freezed for almost 2 years, and then we had even started the assessment center, which is for the succession planning. So all these things were importantly there, which were created rather, and then we spoke about that, and then we worked on behavioral competencies when new people were joining us in the L'Oreal Gurukul. We try to make them familiar with the markets. So even I personally worked uh, on the job with the people after the classroom was over, so that they understand the nitty-gritties of the L'Oreal business, and they understand how teams work in the distributor level management, and then how do they work in the market, because that is very important. So adaptability was very important. Emotional intelligence, because people in the front line are very emotional. So they need to be recognized as per their impact on the business, in terms of talking about what they can actually bring out the best. I remember one uh, quote by one of my HR managers, like, when he said that the people are like tea bags. They are given task and the tough work to do, and then later on they need to be recognized. So hence that recognition is important to the people who really work for. And then the important part is the teamwork. If you are working in a collaborative manner effectively, the goal achievement becomes really easy, because everything is in sync. And that is where the job of the training manager actually starts, that he needs to work in a manner which is in tandem with the entire process of internal and the external customers. Then obviously the integrity has to be very high, not in terms of honesty and money, but in terms of delivering your behavior ethically and demonstrating honesty on the, uh, we call it a war front, because you are always in the market and fighting the competition. So the important part where I feel is the which I called the consistency or the commitment level, where 4 Ds are important. Those 4 Ds are: first D is called discipline. So that is your integrity. And then comes the determination, which is like, you how determined are you to actually deliver what you want to work? What is your KRA and what is your KPI? And then later on, it is on devotion. What kind of devotion you're bringing to your job? Are you deeply obsessed? You should not be obsessed actually. You should be deeply involved in your job. You should be aware of what's happening around, and you need to be in that manner. And then comes the resilience, your attitude to look at the difficulties as a part of the game, not feel under pressure. And then lastly comes the accountability to deliver. So that's the 4D. 4D is the delivery, the important part of the result which is there. So these are behavioral competencies which we need to work on, and that is where we really worked hard on those almost 10 years on these things, and we really created a difference in the market. And out of that, if I talk to you about that, out of 8 years in the region, 4 years we won the best IBL trophy for region, and I won four personal trophies for myself, in continuation from 2012 to 2015. Then comes the functional competencies, which is more of the focus on customer management, process, technology, and people. So that's where we talk about the project management and the customer focus and the process optimization. So which we, as sales competencies, we further go deeper into it. We call it customer focus. So when we talk about the customer focus, we talk about the entire set of people who need to be met in a day, week, or a month to bring out the business. So these people are, though they are external people, but they are very important because business runs through them only. So this starts from the primary customer, which is the distributor. So he needs to understand what is happening in the organization, what are the this year plans, next year objectives, and that is meeting the customer is important. Even we were doing various distributor meetings, and we were sharing our objectives of the month as well as the objective of the year with them. We used to call it a target achievement model, where we were talking about how will the distributor actually work and achieve his numbers. Then we worked on process optimization. We started with a program called Suvidha, where we were aligning all the parameters through a CRM, and we were getting greater efficacy in the system. And then we ran through some project management uh, things, and we were planning and executing those very successfully. In terms of, like, we had a program called Learn to Lead and Polar. And then we worked on quality. We were talking about how would a PSR go in the market and sell the product. So he was coached by a set of PSTs, pilot sales trainers, who were actually responsible for training people in the ground on what L'Oreal stands for, what is the business which we have to drive. So those were the quality orientations, and they were done regularly for the new and the weak PSRs. Similarly, we had a program for modern trade team, which was based on the Polar model. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the functional competencies help you grow. So after executing the Polar model, we in the north and central, we were able to see a jump of 30 points, 30 point jump from 65 to almost 93 and a half. We were there because of finest execution of Polar model in the country. And then later it became the pan India thing. So decision making, as if I talk about the Polar model or the Learn to Lead model, the decision to make how would it impact the overall business scalability was important. And then we talk about strategic thinking. How would you take your organization to a long-term vision through your people, processes, product knowledge, and performance? Then we come to the competencies which are technical, for example, data analysis, problem solving, and industry specific tools and technologies. And these competencies are able to help perform better, understand the need which is there in the as a customer is there. So there are primary customers, there are secondary customers, there are tertiary customers. So each level of customer is important because he or she is the important part of the value chain, and that is how making the inroads with each level is important. So, if we talk about the industry knowledge, we were giving our people a wealthy knowledge in terms of having the quarterly alignment meet every quarter, and then there were monthly training programs which were there based on data. We were interpreting the insights and the decision making to help them grow the business faster, which helped uh, L'Oreal North and Central to win trophies and perform well in the market. And then obviously technical proficiency, which where we use the handheld device, and they were supportive in managing the data. They were from we there was a transition from writing on a handbook or a paper to automatically driven system, which was easy to sync, and the data was transferred in a zip. And then the problems of the market, problems of the distributor, problems of the PSRs, promoters were handled very efficiently. And over a period of time, everything was getting revolutionized with the app which we had created. And then obviously the documents which we are processing, they need to be solution oriented. And there we talk about the continuous learning, where we had various programs starting from Sapta Ka Sikandar, Mahine Ka Maharaja, and a L'Oreal Sales Star, which was there, so that these things impact the people on the ground. And then we had important part of building the competency of our sales team, where we created a wall of fame where we were driving all the KPIs through them, and we were investing every quarter. There was a program on various competencies which were functional, technical, and behavioral. So when we talk about the benefits of the competencies, the performance gets enhanced. It is a clear benchmark of skills and behaviors, and people feel happy and they rub their shoulders with winners. Then we have improved employee development, because I have seen various people who joined L'Oreal Gurukul. They are serving still in the organization. They move to higher levels of their jobs, and even if they moved out of L'Oreal, they were they are doing really well. Some are national managers, some are regional managers. So I would suggest the induction has to become an important part of the organization. Even in now being part of the human circle, I approach various organizations with the learning that induction becomes very important, because the competencies need to be taken into account and they need to be grown over a period of time. But as being a trainer, being a training manager, I feel patience is the key word to create stronger collaboration in teams and better decision making. And then obviously when you work with this phenomena of patience and perseverance and delivery, the customer satisfaction level goes up. Your people are the first customers, and they feel satisfied and happy. They would in turn go back to their own customers, listen to them effectively, and they will be having more empathy towards them if they are not transactional. So relationship building is very important, and that helps. And then overall, I think we had agility in the system. Every employee in the region and the zone was very much lighted up, and we were solving problems very fast. And then obviously, I remember, the attrition rate had gone high initially, but over a period of time, when we started training and coaching them and mentoring them, and we started the uh, assessment centers, the retention became better and the job attraction also went up. So, if I talk about overall, the consistency of the business was doing really well. The quality and the standards were uplifted because there was a regular check, a regular training in that. So I feel the competencies are the founding of the organization to perform on the higher scale, and by enabling individuals to fulfill their roles effectively and adapt to the future challenges. And that is how the growth and success can come in. Thank you so much, Phil. I think my time is over, or I overshot.
Yeah, it went up a little, but definitely it's worth the listen.
Okay.
Uh, I
I'll just conclude. I can be reached on LinkedIn by the name Arvind Sukhija, and even you can search me through my email ID arvindsukija@yahoo.com. Thank you, Phil, for this opportunity. I think I was able to make some difference. Any thoughts, please? Any thoughts, any comments? I would love to hear that.
All right. Again, thank you so much, Sir Arvin. That was really beneficial to the listeners, definitely, because competencies will never be out of time or out of date. It's always there. All right. So we have Anish. It was lovely listening to your experience. Thank you. Anyone, you can actually open your mic if you wish to ask question, or you can just type it in and we can bring it up for you. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay. And yeah, so if you don't have any questions developed as of now, you can still write the questions on the area if anything comes up to mind, even though we are tackling the second topic. Anything coming up, Sir Arvin, you'd like to promote?
I like to promote. We are doing four important things. One is training and development, or we call it learning and development. Then we do all types of sales trainings, leadership trainings, assessment centers. We are able to do that. And then we talk about a new program called MICO, mentoring and coaching, where I believe people who join the organizations or are on the threshold of joining the organization can reach us. We can support them in by mentoring and coaching them. And then we are into talent acquisition. So we are working with around seven companies at the moment in India, and we are supporting them with various jobs, starting from the head of factory, head of IT, head of digital marketing, and various other roles in sales, as well as even the financial head as well of a company. So we are open to support you if you have need any job or you want to reach out to us. And we have closed around 15 positions in last one quarter. And then we are into third party uh, human resource management. So that's also there. And I even we recently worked in developing startup in FMCG sector. So we are ready to support you on FMCG sector startups as well. So happy to serve you, and I will say I belong to you.
All right. Thank you so much. And if you have further inquiries about the details, specific details, send the LinkedIn connection invite or email Sir Arvin at the email flashed on the screen. All right. So again, thank you so much, Sir Arvin. And we'll be moving to the second topic that we have for today.
Do I need to stay back?
Yeah, you can stay if you wish, sir, but if you need to drop off, you can.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. And so we will bring up to you the second topic that we have today, which is cultivating awareness via theatrical expression on targeted leadership development training. So, a short information about the topic is for us to help discover the transformative power of integrating theatrical expression with leadership training to boost emotional intelligence and foster authentic, empathetic leaders. This approach nurtures self awareness, resilience, and effective communication. And this topic will be uh, delivered by a project head in Roots, Rachna. And so she is a dual capacity as a director of HR in IT sector and freelance event planner, and also coordinates an array of cultural and theatrical performances, including stage shows, dance skits, and traditional plays such as Ron Leela and Ras Leela, as well as patriotic events. And she has uh, been supporting Root Skills Tree Plantation Drive and recently started Project Roots Rashna in association with Root Skills, receiving multiple guest lecture awards and invitations as guest of honor and jury member. And without further ado, we have Rachna Mehta for our second topic. Rachna, yeah, can you open your mic and your video? Rachna? Okay. Yeah, let's just wait for a few moments. Okay, some few technical glitches, and yes, go ahead, Rachna. Then, yeah, let us know. All right. So while we are waiting, we have here for Arvin a question from Rob. Uh, may I know what personal growth or lessons have you learned through teaching those methods over the years? Mhm. Yep. Okay. Sir Arvin, you still with us?
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Rachna. All good.
Yeah, hey, how are you?
Yes, definitely great. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Great to hear. And yeah, how would you like to start the topic you have chosen to share to everyone today?
Sure. Let me start with the my background, like studies wise, and then we'll come on the professional life. So my background is like my qualification is BTech MBA, and my experience is I'm HR director with Amazia Technologies, that is IT company. So here I am heading 50 people's team in which they are reporting to me, and they are taking care of end to end till the joining of the candidate. Each and every step is being taken care by the team. And yes, final round I used to take. Otherwise, my team is now self-sufficient to take over everything. And I'm associated with Root Skills for various. I'm associated with Root Skills since 10 years now, and apart from tree plantations, and I mean, I'm into various things, like I'm working with NGOs. And as you can see in my profile, I am into stage shows, organizing event planner. So we are working on both kids, adults, everywhere we are, we are trying to help them to come over with their talent, actually. Like if somebody is good in acting, so we are helping them in theater kind of things. And of course, in speaking this stage this public speaking, and helping them to remove their stage fear. So in various kind of things, we are actually helping them to expose their talent in front of everyone. So this is the brief introduction about myself, and we are working both the ways, like online, offline. So we are giving classes, sessions, short sessions. So I am into event planning. So end to end event I'm taking care of, like starting from the anchoring and stage handling and cultural activities. So this kind of things I am into. Apart from this, NGOs, with different NGOs who are working for different things. So we are associated with them also, and with corporates also we are associated. with so many universities we are working with for workshops and awareness. And these days we are working on save earth. So from from little one till I mean, age is no bar in my sector. So anybody can join us from anywhere across the globe. Yeah, thank you. This is brief about me.
All right. Thank you. And yes, so why did you choose the topic to share today, the cultivating awareness via theatrical expression and targeted development training?
Correct.
Yeah, can you share it to us?
Yeah, as I told, we are working on like theaters and stage kind of things. So we
Mhm.
are giving online, offline classes across the globe to everyone. Like if somebody is, I mean, willing to learn theater expressions and plays. So we are working on the same, and we are. I mean, apart from cultural activities, we are working on.
Mhm.
Various topics according to theme, like whatever comes across, whatever the demand is, we are working on it. And I'm a choreographer also, writer also, so I can write script according to the demand, whatever the requirement is.
I see. And how does this help, or like what are the discoveries you have made after the trainings or the development that you have made in terms of the leadership when those individuals enter in their corporate era? So were there significant discoveries while doing the theatrical training?
Yeah, so I discovered so many things. Like when I was new in this area, so as Mr. Arvind told, there was some nervousness, there was a lack of confidence. So yes, of course, these skills I improved in myself, because initially I was also not aware like how to proceed further. But yes, step by step, and day by day, I came to know what is exactly the requirement of the people and what exactly the demand is. So I worked on that, and yes, I discovered accordingly, like whatever the people want and what they want to, you know, to see in their child, or in what they want to learn. It can be child also, and it can be adult also. That is okay. Like that doesn't matter.
Mhm. Perfect. And can you share some few success stories?
Yeah, as you can see in my profile, like Ram Leela and Ras Leela. I am not sure you are aware about these two terms or not, because this is Lord Krishna. Ras Leela is related to Lord Krishna in India, and Ram Leela is related to Lord Rama in India. If you're aware about it. So, my success story is like when I was new in this field. So it was a great hit because it is a new concept which I introduced in my city. So it was like new concept. Nobody in today's time also, people are doing like by recording the voice of the artist, and they played in the background, just like by lip sync only. They are presenting artist on the stage by lip sync only, and in backstage they are playing sound and all. But no, in my case, I'm not doing this. I this is the big hit, and behind my success is like people or kid of any age, started from 5 years. They speak on their own. Like I give them dialogues, or I give them script, whatever they want to perform. They speak live on the stage. So this is a big hit which people like, and it make me different from others.
I see. That's really great success story. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that uh, experience that you have. It is wonderful. And let me just check. Any other or I mean, are the attendees interested to ask some questions or provide insights? Rachna, you can put it in chat definitely, or you can open your mic. We'll be happy to brought it up or take it to note.
I can see chat section, but I think no one ping anything in chat box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Okay, and yes. So that's really actually a great approach, right? Like using theatrical expression into like leadership development training. So is this training also like having touch into like are you connected to corporate
Yes.
companies right now and doing
Yeah,
this
yeah.
training? Yeah. All right.
Correct.
Fantastic. So
Correct.
yeah, can you share some few companies that has good success levels after they joined your theatrical expression trainings?
Yeah, we used to visit different, sectors, different companies like financial or IT or telecom. So, according to, their theme or according to the event, they invited us, and accordingly, we have to, let them learn in their own ways. Like in this last month, yes, corporate
Mhm.
invited us for Dandiya. So Dandiya night is like we used to play with sticks, wooden sticks. So there is some, there are some steps and there is some, tutorials through which they can play this and enjoy in their own ways. So we taught them we taught them Dandiya, Garba in their corporates only, and they enjoyed it really well.
Wow. And so what like do you think what industry like you mentioned different industries that you have uh, executed this training, right? Like so like can you cite or maybe think of what is the industry that benefits the most if they do this theatrical expression targeted
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
development training?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They feel stress free, first of all, because in today's time, today's life is full of stress, full of tensions, and full of pressure. So these kind of, I mean, these kind of breaks and trainings and workshops really, really give them so relaxed, so stress free. They feel so. I mean, they enjoyed a lot in with these activities because these are they feel very light with the by doing this, like by small acts, and with these dances and art, or actually in today's busy life, everybody is I mean, busy in their life and forgetting their passion. So we are trying to recall their passion and come into come out of stress. We are trying them to come out from the stress basically, and come naturally with their talent, with their passion, whatever they want to perform, whatever they want to learn. So it really give them relax.
I see. I see. It's like a quick escape, right, from their
Yes,
yeah
yes.
professional
Daily
burden.
busy life. Yes, yes, from
I
the
see.
busy lives. Yes.
That's really great to hear. And how would people, if they're interested to join these sessions, if you have online sessions as well, how would they reach out to you, or like where do they go?
You can contact me through my mail. I'll share my mail ID.
Okay, yeah,
And you can, yeah, we can work accordingly, because we will make a group, or we will make a online Zoom meeting sort of things, in which we can I can teach everything according to their talent, or according to their requirement. We can arrange Zoom meeting or
Mhm.
whatever in which they feel comfortable.
I see. So you can only be reached through email as of the moment. Do you have any online pages, Facebook, LinkedIn,
Yeah,
for the
yes, yes,
company?
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'll share that also.
Okay. So yeah, you can put it in chat if you wish, so I could promote it while we are live as of the moment and on the recorded yeah video as well.
Sure, sure.
All
I
right.
can't see chats.
Uh, okay, we have a question here, actually. In what ways does theatrical expression help leaders build resilience and embrace vulnerability?
Yeah, now I can see. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So theatrical expressions help leaders build resilience in various ways. Like if I'm working with some corporate, or I need to deal with the my reporting manager, or if I'm talking about corporates, then these expressions will help you to handle situation accordingly. Like suddenly, of course, sometimes, like I don't want to listen negative comments from my manager, even though I am on my wrong track. But yes, I want some. I need to keep control on my expressions. And like the person who is in front of me, he should not realize like what kind of things are in my mind going on, because in that ways my job can come in, in it is red flag actually for my job if I will suddenly give a blast on my seniors or my reporting manager. So theoretical expression will definitely help us in our daily life, day to day life, or in professional life, definitely. Because in I mean, I will learn like, okay, so this will this face expression will give negative impact um, on speaker, or sorry, listener.
Thank you. And yeah. And for the next one, we have here, Rajiv. What inspired you to integrate theatrical expression into your leadership training programs?
Okay, I used to give guest lectures and trainings in universities also. So there again, face expression plays a vital role. Like if I'm giving trainings, or if I'm giving a training on some theater kind of things, or some art. So anybody can guess like what kind of role I'm going to play, or what kind of dance I'm going to perform. So face expression is the first thing which audience can read first, before opening your mouth. So face expression is a thing which we can learn from theater only, and definitely it helps me a lot everywhere.
Mm, I see. I see. So that's really interesting. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. All right. Okay. So are you on LinkedIn as well, Rachna?
Yeah, yeah, I am.
All right. So for those who are interested in theatrical sessions into their leadership training, you can actually send a connection invite to Rachna Mehta. For those who are watching live right now, or if in case you missed today's session, you can watch the recorded one on our YouTube page. Let us talk it. So you can send her connection invite on LinkedIn, send her a message definitely, and inquire about the training sessions that they are working on definitely. And yeah, you can also send a connection invite to Let Us Talk It on LinkedIn or Facebook, if in case you wanted the informations, like the email of Rachna, and their social media platforms as well for the leadership training. Or you can maybe you can Google Roots Rashna. It's on the website, or I mean, it's on the web, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay. So, all right. That concludes the two topics that we have today. And we are very thankful for this two guest speakers who have joined in today and willingly wanted to share their passion and their experiences as well, because that's the most beneficial. Like information, you can just type it on your browser and you can get the details, the data you wanted. But information with the experience of seasoned professionals hits different. So it's um, what is the best thing, because experience is the best teacher, and they are giving us uh, valuable lessons from their personal experience, and that's not in any other books or on the web. So thank you so much, guest speakers. Thank you for joining in today and bringing value to this free knowledge sharing platform, which is Let Us Talk It. And if you want or you like this content or this informations, the details we are sharing, you can be a speaker or an attendee, or you can share the videos to have more visibility of the topics, and also our guest speakers uh, will have more visibility. And who knows, they can speak in another or different platforms as well, continuing the thought of giving back through free knowledge. All right. So this concludes today's Let Us Talk at Zipinar. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and for those who will be watching this recorded session. All the best and keep safe as always. And today's webinar has ended. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Bye bye.
you, Phil. Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Rasta. Thank you, Arvin.
God bless you.
All the best. Bye bye.
Bye bye.